We're back here with Hoe Math. If you're looking for some math, give him a like. If you're looking for some hoes, I don't think he has any for you, but he'll teach you how to stay away from them.
Stay tuned for a small announcement at the end
What is this one? Count how many is too many. I'm going to guess this is about body count.
of the video.
Men, what is a high body count? Because I swear I could just tell a guy it's 1 and he'd be like, that's too high.
I wouldn't say it's too high. I would
Yeah,
just
no.
say I don't.
Yeah, no, I don't know. 1 is not too high. You're clearly exaggerating to try and make a point no one's going to agree with.
Believe you.
So I need like the honest answer.
Okay, the honest answer is that it's not just bodies, it's everything that makes you look like a bad idea. I have them listed here. This might count as a couple bodies. There's actually a
I didn't even see the stripper pole in the back. Holy crap. Good eye, Hoe Math. Keeping us vigilant.
formula. I'll explain. This is Zones, my relationship chart. It shows what women are looking for in men and what men are looking for in women, and body count is a part of purity. Before I explain, I learned a lot of what I know by reading and making my own notes. My sponsor, Shortform, took the notes for you. You can get the basics on topics like success, psychology, and communication, and come back and brush up later. Shortform has podcasts, articles, audiobooks.
The short form guide.
Doesn't look that long,
And
so
you
we're
can
going to
use my
sit
link
through
for a
it.
free trial and 20% off. Now watch me help this young lady understand by seeing what others don't. So as I was saying, body count is only one part of purity, which is what we're really looking for, not just a number. Some women don't like to hear this.
You guys are really insecure about everything about.
You bet. Absolutely.
In other words, the man is the problem. Man bad. Everything happens to women from the outside, but everything happens because of men. And you can say
Okay. Okay, professional victims. Got it.
that if you want, but it doesn't change how we feel. It's not going to move you from here to here. It's just going to make us lie. Oh, I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm sure you've heard it before. And also, we don't believe you. We know you know this matters. I once took a girl on a picnic date to a big hill with a great view, and it turned out she went there all the time, but she pretended she'd never seen it before to make me feel like I was showing her something new. That's signaling
Lying. Don't do that.
purity. Of course, it was a lie, but it was a nice thought. Purity means basically the opposite of this. I drew this girl to look spoiled and entitled and unappreciative, just like, I've seen it, do better. I don't know if this story is true, but if it is, it's a great example of why
Sydney Sweeney reportedly called off wedding because she's not ready to settle down. Then why did she accept the proposal?
we desire purity.
Also, who is Sydney Sweeney?
Because if you don't have it, you might do this. So
April 1st. April Fool's Day. Sydney Sweeney is a fool. Got it.
that's what this part of the chart means. Here's why it's not just bodies. Imagine that I'm shopping for a used car, and I find one that is in great condition, and I find another one that is in, okay condition. Now, I don't really care if this one had 10 previous owners. It doesn't change what matters. Now, imagine that the car has feelings, and it says things like, that's not the way my
That car cry. That's so cute, actually.
last owner drove me. Michael bought me better tires. I don't want this car anymore. I'll take that one. That is what we're judging. Purity is how many problems do you come with? I need to know that about you because the more problems you have, the more likely you are to take my
Okay. 60%, 30% left with me. That's 90%. Where'd the other 10% go? 90%, 10%. Why does this one not equal 100%?
entire house. I believe the odds are 60-30 for a first marriage. We
Yeah, okay, he corrected himself. 65-35. I was about to say, you were missing 10% here somewhere.
don't need to make that any worse. Now, everybody knows that more bodies equals a greater risk of divorce, and that body
Okay, women and previous partners. According to the General Social Survey, data from 2022, the distribution of sexual partners of men and women remained similar, with most people blah something just a sexual partner. However, there were some, there were some notable something ages in the number of sexual compared to previous years. In 2022, the percentage of women reporting 4 sexual partners increased significantly from practically 0% in 2021 to around 16%, probably because they were just getting out of lockdown and ready to mingle. This increase, it's nothing wrong with that. They were cooped up and now they're overcompensating. Everyone did that. This increase in the number of women reporting something partners and some about the, okay, I can't read the rest of this.
count has been going up for a while, but for some reason, the worst number of bodies is 2, so it's not that simple.
Why is
So
the
my
worst
body
number 2?
count is 1,572.
That's a lie.
Sometimes it's simple. Think of it like gambling. You put down $1 to win 2, and the odds are 51-49 in favor of the house. Now, what if the odds were 90-10? No one would play that game.
That would be stupid.
Now, what are the odds she's going to stop at 1,573? I don't know, but I wouldn't bet my house. Here again is the formula.
That's fair. If she's been through 1,572, one more isn't going to make a difference. She's not going to find what she's looking for.
Body count times body type over configuration plus soul count plus body production plus body damage times multipliers. This can make the whole thing 0 if you find the right guy.
So you're not romantically, but sexually you do see other people?
Yes, sexually.
And you will sleep with them together?
Yes, and I will marry Sophia one day.
So you can find a guy who doesn't care about body count if you want to be this happy.
Oh, she did not look happy.
So last night he used him. Honestly, nothing better.
Let's go over the factors. First, there's body count. That one's simple. That's just the raw number of people who got there first.
Okay.
And as you can see, as that number goes up, marriage quality goes down with some creativity. And that's where the rest of this comes in. Body type is, who were they? There's all kinds of people in this big world of ours, and we want to know, were they ugly, attractive, short, tall, rich, poor? Were they certain type? Were they...
Oh, I thought he was going to talk about what her body looked like. I didn't know he was going to talk about like what the people she slept with body types were. Oh, okay.
high status, low
Twist.
status, were they from a certain place? There's lots of details that make each body matter more or less. For example, I dated a girl who kissed girls in front of me and I felt nothing. I was like, am I supposed to be mad? On the other hand, I also dated somebody who revealed to me that she had hung out with somebody in particular, and that was intolerable. Configuration is, what were the circumstances? Like, were you being the table? That might be extra bodies. Did you ever have a sugar daddy? That's usually extra bodies. Were you cheating? Bodies. Was he cheating? Bodies. Did you know the girl he was cheating on? Loads of bodies. Soul count is less of a number and more of what percentage of you is devoted to other people. So if I'm getting to know you and you're 28 and you have had 3 ex-boyfriends, that is a low body count. But if one of them is getting out of jail and coming to see you, that is a very high body count. Maybe you've heard the term alpha widow. This is from a...
Okay, so what is the body count in that situation? If it's the same person, that's not, why would it make it higher body count? Is the body count like red flags? Because why would that increase the body count if he's getting out of jail and coming to see her? Or is the body count how many you're currently? I don't understand what the body count is supposed to represent here.
A story where she turned down his proposal twice because she was waiting for this guy. That's worth like 40 bodies. So
What? What are bodies in this situation? Bodies just seems like red flags.
again, it's not just the number of bodies. You lose points for threatening bodies and for low quality bodies, as well as the...
Oh, okay. Okay, body type is how, like, I guess... Okay, it's what type of person they were, not what their body looked like. So, like, if they were sleeping with a lot of gross people, that's low self-esteem. But no, this is body type. So the person getting out of jail is... Okay, so it's the body count times the body type. So one person getting out, one person is a body count, but it's multiplied by how awful that person is. So if they're getting out of jail coming to see you, that multiplies that one. Okay.
The arrangement of bodies and the availability of the person living inside your body. Now, body production, that means less purity for every child. But what you really don't want is a low-quality child. I made a cube. I like cubes. I have tools this time. So I call this the he already has a father cube, because that's what all the single moms say. What we are looking at is the cost, the quality, and the number of your children. So, for example, when I was 27, I dated a 35-year-old woman with a 16-year-old kid, and he was, like, good at math and had friends and stuff.
Good
and
for
I didn't
him.
have
Good
to
for
take
him.
care of him. He was almost done.
I'm not good at math. And I don't have a lot of real life friends right now. Like, I have them, but they're other places, so they're kind of long distance. I don't know if it counts as real life. We only talk to each other online.
And that was in this area. Not a big problem. Barely bothered me at all. On the other hand, when I was 34, I dated a 27-year-old girl, and then she went away and texted after a year, with a brand new baby, and that is very high cost. That's 18
Oh.
birthdays, and if I'm not careful,
Oh.
college. And also, I said, "Is it mine?" And she said, "No." And that's bad configuration.
That
first of
is.
all.
That's
and
very
also,
bad.
if your kid makes decisions like you, not looking great for this variable. So obviously, this can be
Which they
difficult to
probably
calculate.
will,
So as a
honestly.
shortcut, you can just go with 20 bodies minus the child's age. So if you had, for example, a 14-year-old and a 2-year-old, that would be 24 bodies. I'm sorry, you've been declined. Body damage, that would be habits, drugs, history, daddy issues, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Tattoos
Okay.
are about 1 body per 10 square inches,
Okay,
unless
now
they're
we're on to her body, the type of body. Okay.
vulgar, and that's 1 body per square inch. The way you live matters. I wouldn't want to tell my mom about this. Age is a form of damage. That's wear and tear. Here's the equation. Nobody cares. Age adds 0 bodies until 28 and then approaches infinity as you approach 45. Basically, if I'm beginning a relationship with a 45-year-old woman, who cares what you used to do? Which brings us to multipliers. That's the who cares part. And the answer is that's not really your business, is it? Everybody cares about each one of these things a different amount. And you wanted the honest
Very
answer.
true.
So I
Everybody's
need like
different.
the honest answer.
And the honest answer is, this is how we feel when these things don't look good, and that might limit your options.
She is so unhappy.
And if
This
you
poor
do
guy.
go a little too far and then you find a guy you like anyway, he might think of you as for now and not forever and never tell you, and then you'll look like this in your 30s. And here's the most important part. Are you ready? If you try to argue with any of this, if you say, my past doesn't matter, we know that means it's not good. That's
Very true.
automatically
Very true.
minus points. My past doesn't matter, because if you knew it, you wouldn't like me. So the more of this you sacrifice, the more of a risk we are taking with you, and the less we trust you, and nobody punishes us for lying about how much we like you anymore. So the honest answer?
What's high?
Whatever scares off the guy that you really want. So here's
Man, he mathed the crap out of that one.
my little announcement. It's not a big deal. It's about channel membership and my live streams. So if you
Good
don't
for
like
him.
either
Make
one
that
of those,
bag.
just go
Make
do
some
something
money.
else and I'll see you next time. So I'm finally getting organized after a year and a half. A few other YouTubers have told me that my pay per 1,000 views is pathetic. Of course I want to earn the most I can, but I don't want to take any quality away from you.
Okay, we might can learn something from this too, guys.
So here's what I'm offering. First of all, some of you love my live streams. Most of you don't. They are my only videos that
Didn't know you had live streams.
lose me subscribers. So from now on, most of them will be members only, so I'm not bothering the people who don't want them. If I could make them free, I would, but I can't, so it's $1. If I get enough members, I will be able to do more live streams at different times for different time zones. HM Live 1 and 3 are the same thing, just do 1. I made 3 at like 2 in the morning because YouTube said
What?
it was popular, but of course $1 is more popular, so you can just sign
Yeah, of course it was. Why wouldn't it be? Especially if they're the same.
up for 1, or you can give me $2 for nothing. I'll spend it on steak. HM Plus gets you early access to my videos. I'll start posting them for Plus and above early in the morning, so you can be first in line.
I like his honesty. I'd be tempted to give him $2.99 a month just because he makes good content and he knows what he's talking about. And he's honest about what he's going to do with it.
And as I post more and more, I might make it a few days or a week or something, no promises. You will also get polls and updates that not everyone would care about. You can look at the steak you bought me. For HM Double Plus, I will occasionally
What an incentive.
make extra little videos for you, not like normal ones, but more like whatever I'm up to. Also, I will filter my comments to answer you first. Finally, HM Elite members are welcome to join a members-only area of my Discord. I'm usually in there every day, but again, no promises. I'm there when I can be. Also, if I get a lot of members and my live streams are too crowded, I will turn on Elite-only live chat so you can get my attention while I am drawing. If there's anything else I can offer you, let me know in the comments, and these things may all change
This
later.
is
I don't
all
know, I'm figuring it
solid.
out, but
Good for
basically,
him.
I just
Good
want
for
to make
him.
my live streams private. Okay, that's all. Thank you. More videos coming soon.
I feel like I might have seen him do a live, like him go live. But I
Filing
just
your
didn't pay
tax
attention to it
return.
'cause usually I'll be like, I'm gonna wait for the VOD. I'm kind of busy right now. If I'm already watching something when someone goes live, I'm not gonna watch that thing that they're going live for. Sorry, that's just the way it is. Because I'm already invested and I don't like having to split my attention, and I don't want to leave one thing unfinished just to go into another thing, because then I might not remember to come back to it, and then I'll suddenly remember I didn't finish it, and then that'll stress me out. Let me know down below if you've ever had this situation with a girl before, or if you're a girl and had a situation with a guy. He did not want to his body count because it doesn't matter, because it's the same both ways, guys. It's the same both ways. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow me at twitch.tv/inplaythejolly. I'm almost affiliate, and every follow counts.